Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. So not the way to start out the month, not the way to start this video. This time we're going to be taking a look at, let's just say my viewship on a certain Transformers stop motion. Yes. And all I have to say is, what the hell was that? I cannot believe what I just saw. I cannot believe what I just saw. Yeah, that was my first reaction to it. And I was like, what the hell? What the hell? I'm sorry for the language. Okay, so basically, if you don't know where to put it in basic context, let's just say, let's just say this. We shall not name who the person was, but I highly recommend checking out All Spark Studios' channel, and it explains everything in great detail. But, yeah. So basically, from the previous episode of said user, who shall remain anonymous, let's just say this. He, of course, stop motion series, respectful, understandable. RC dies, and then, unfortunately, when I think it's Pipes and Wheeljack, the rest is just too indescribable. Indescribable, horrific, and deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. So, essentially, RC, unfortunately, was just, I'm sorry, but she suffered a very awful fate, to put it cleanly and honestly. Like, a fate that is just insult, beyond insult to injury. Beyond insult to death, actually. And I'm just going to say this plainly. Like, that's not how Transformers work. That's not how it should transform. What I'm trying to say is this. You don't put that stuff in Transformers at all. No. Certainly not. Ugh. I mean. Ugh. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry if I'm going off script here, but come on! The point is this. The direction that story went should not have been green-lit. The direction of that plot there was a lot of red flags the moment that scene took place. The moment the camera showed the unthinkable, the moment the camera showed the inexcusable, and that is why. And I'm just saying this to anyone who was working on a series or wants to, or is in the midst of beginning a series for the first time, and you're doing a script. Always make certain, number one, read over the script, see if it makes sense. Number two, when you get your voice actors or actresses or both, you show them the script, see how they feel, and then they could just say, look, oh, maybe you want to change this line. Oh, maybe you want to change this scene. Oh, maybe take the scene completely because I don't feel comfortable doing this. And then once that's all out of the way, then you revise the script, do some final tidbits here and there, and boom! There you go! You have, you have a story that makes sense. I'm just saying this as an example for people, but the biggest lesson, don't. No. The biggest lesson, don't consider putting that sort of stuff in a Transformer series, stop motion wise or not, because it's just not the proper way. It's not. In the words of Gordon, Henry, and James, disgraceful, disgusting, despicable. You have caused great confusion and delay. Yeah, I had to put my Sir Topham Hatt voice in there. Didn't even think about it. So, yeah. So, I really feel terrible for Allspark Studios and everyone affected by this unfortunate circumstance. I just couldn't keep this out of the back of my head for long. I just needed to get this and vent this off my chest. Because it's just, what the hell was he even thinking? What made him say, okay, I'm just going to let this slide? You don't let that slide! Ugh. And to think! If younger audiences watching this, then they're going to be traumatized. They're going to have nightmares. They wouldn't even understand until... Look, all I'm trying to say is this. Just, as I said, it's advised you block this guy, you report his channel, and I'm thankful because at the time of this recording, said episode was deleted. That's a good thing. But to this point at the time of this recording, he has not made an apology video or an apology statement regarding this. Wow. So anywho, I just need to vent that off my chest. But thankfully, we don't have to see that video in any sort of regard or any of that context ever again. Because the biggest, the biggest lesson, and this is the second time, yes, this is the second time I've seen this happen. Well, second time for me because, first time had nothing to do with a scene like that, but in terms of creative control, etc., etc. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this. In no way should you go along with themes of mature subject matter that goes beyond that level. In any way. Because, I think I'm just gonna stop right there before I go on a tangent. But, so, okay, I think I got that out of my system. So, essentially, guys, that is the end of this rant. Look forward to stay tuned for my review of Rise of the Beasts, the newest Transformers film. That will be out literally in 9 days from now, or 8 days at the time of recording. So I'm looking forward to reviewing it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm excited for it. Everything looks so promising. I have yet to get any of the figures. I'm probably going to wait until, like, at least until Studio Series does, like, makes more announcements regarding some of the other characters that have yet to get announced in Studio Series. I know we've got, some of the main, of course, some of the Terracons like Scourge and Battletrap. Even Studio Series Optimus Prime from the Rise of the Beast looks pretty good. But, anyways, that's the end of this video. Hope you can, as I said, to sum it up, terrible, awful stop-motion scene in a Transformers universe that should not have been thought of to begin with. And always make sure to look over and revise scripts before you, create the story to life without said matters that are too violent and suggestive that is beyond suggestive. Because, that stuff happens, unfortunately, people have been victimized by that. And I know people have been victimized by that. So, I don't know what the hell, caused this to be greenlit, but I'm thankful that it's banished to the Shadow Realm for good. So anyways, guys, that's my video review of this awful, terrible tragedy of Anonymous's stop-motion episode that got really out of control. I will see you all very soon. I'll be back as soon as possible with my next video. And yes, so take care, everyone. See you soon. Have a good day. And I shall catch you all later. Bye-bye.